There we go. And we'll see who's here tonight. And actually, I think my son just locked all the kittens in the kitchen. Don't really want that. I actually want them out and about so that if they come see me, you can see them. And then that way, you can help me catch the little buggers to put them away. Put them in bed for the night. So let's see who shows up first and what we can do. Let's see. I don't know what to call this. I call it that it should be sold for Easter. That's what I call it. So, see, we got 3 lurking in here. I heard a bell. Oh, Frodo's up there where I can't quite reach him. Little stinker. Little stinker. So I was, hello. Hello, Amelia. I'm still, because they've been that kind of trouble. I was still trying to like set prices and stuff, but we're here. We're going to go with it. When in doubt, offer up. Oh, it's been a day with these guys. Let me tell you, they've luckily my laptop's not broken because they knocked my laptop over the back of the desk. They decided somehow managed to open up a bag of styrofoam peanuts. They were all over the floor underneath the desk. Yeah. They've just been a hot mess. Yesterday it was like having kittens with no bones because they were all just puddles of fur, the 4 boys anyway, because you know I got them back the late afternoon and they were full of okay, Midge. All right, see, I'll get it right yet. Didn't even connect it. You have AKA Midge. Telling you, you know, telling you, there's ADHD brain going on. Absolutely. Now, I don't know how to make myself not look any more whited out, and I'm giving up. Because that light's facing that way. This light only has 1 light bulb on with the dimmest bulb in it. So compared to what I looked like when I did the preview thing, I think I look a little better. I put the hair down. I didn't get a chance to change. I at least put some makeup on, though, as pale as I am. In any bright light, you know, I white right out, so you can't always tell, except you can actually see eyebrows and lipstick. So, hi, Jen. But we're seeing who's going to show. Hello, Book Bewitched, because it's been so long since I've had, you know, been steady having a sale or even a live. Sugar Britches. Did I miss it? I think I missed it. Didn't you have an ephemera sale? I have to go check on your channel because I would like to just watch that just because I love ephemera. I really do like ephemera. So, Queen Fancy Nancy. Okay, it's Sunday. So then I didn't miss it. So I will try not to miss it. Because I know I hit the thing for notifications and I was like, wait, was that? I didn't remember if it was tonight and I missed it or honestly, having 5 kittens is like having a toddler again. It's like when Mike was little. You gotta be in the room with him. You gotta follow him everywhere. So yeah, what time? Sugar Britches, tell me what time is your sale on Sunday? You did a haul video. Oh, I gotta go find it. Let us know. 6 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. Sugar Britches sweet ass stuff we'll be having in a sale. I have not been to so many sales because I know me and I'll get real tempted. And I basically had 6, 7, 8, 9 cats to feed. So yeah, no. Yeah, I couldn't buy anything. Hi, Bonnie. Well, you're a new subscriber. Well, welcome. As a new subscriber, there is a video called How I Got an Overstuffed House. You might want to watch that. It'll explain a lot about the Warehouse 13 behind me. Because when I had to give up all the storage, when I got down to the last big storage unit, it all came here. Yeah, isn't that always the way? You need to get rid of a bunch to be able to buy more. I'm very careful what I buy. You know, I'm always looking for glass for you guys. Or I will sometimes see something absolutely phenomenal, like her. She's going to be, oh, Hell's Bells. Well, no, Hell's Bells is a YouTube channel, is a TikTok. She needs to be on YouTube, man. Her stuff's hysterically funny. But somebody who knows what Warehouse 13 is, yes! But I found this lovely girl. Look at that face. I could not leave this in the Goodwill where it was going to get destroyed. So I picked this up, and she looked like she had a little bit of dust on the edges, not like heavy, you know, and there certainly wasn't any on the face or anything, but just like on the edges of the lace. So I very carefully cleaned her skirt. And so you don't see any of that anymore. And it looks all nice and fluffy. And now she says made in Korea on the bottom. So from what I can find out, and somebody at the time that I showed her in a haul had sent me an email, and darn if I can't find the email, saying the other company that made those dolls, because Bradley made them and they were all made in Japan. But this other company, which might be Cavendish, made theirs in Korea, and her base is I don't have any mods here tonight. Well, we gotta fix that. There you go, book. You're now a mod. So I think that it's Cavendish that makes the ones from Korea. I see a lot of names I don't recognize. Apple Martini. I've had one of those. I just heard something fall over in the kitchen. I'll be right back. I think Mike shut the door on them. And yes, Mike had shut them into the kitchen. It's not always a good thing. And I can hear a bell already. Come on, come say hello. Come on. I knew it. If they heard me talking to myself, they would come looking. This is Arwen, the little girl, the only girl. You's not going to be happy that, but now that you came to see me, guess what? You're going to bed. Yeah, I knew you guys would come find me if I was live. Ha ha ha. You're going to bed, my darling. Ha ha ha. One down. One down, 4 to go. I knew that would work. So there's Red Road, there's 2 black ones, 2 gray ones, and then one that is cream color and has like the markings for a Siamese. And the vet, now that she's seen all of them, and yes, cats can get pregnant from different fathers in one litter, but they are 100% sure that Elrond has come from, well, who's behind me? Has come from a Siamese mating. Hey, come here. Oh, I can't do that. You're going to twist my wrist. Okay, so this is Arwen's brother. This is Aragorn. Say hi. Say hi. Now, you're acting all calm and everything, but you turn into a little demon kitty when I get to that door. He will grab the door. He will grab the... Gimli, I'm just done with you. You have been knocking stuff over all day. So, I was hoping he could go to the home that Morgan, their mother, was supposed to go to. What the? You just slammed your head into a box. What is wrong with you? But Morgan, unfortunately, was outside. She got outside. Their mother got hit by a car earlier this week. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Just because the camera's on you, you're going to act all cute and put your head down on me. Oh, hi. Yeah, that's Gimli behind me, going where he knows he's not supposed to. No. Yeah. And we're keeping him because he's bonded with Michael. He's honestly a brat. But I was hoping that Aragorn here could go, but they had some family issue come up, so now he doesn't have a home. So either Arwen or Aragorn or... Oh, where's Frodo? There's another little black one. One of them will be going to my neighbor's daughters. And I just get exhausted from these guys. It is 5 small toddlers. And then one of the nurses at my primary care office would like to see photos of who's left, and she may take one. So I'm hoping to get all that settled before we leave for summer camp at the end of the month. Because they can't be locked in a room for a month with my brother, no. So they'll have the run of the... I really don't want all 5 of them here to have the run of the house with the doctor when I'm gone for a week. So let me go put this one back and we'll see who else we can catch. Come on, you. In there. Frodo. I wonder. Hey, Frodo, come here. Come here, Frodo. Come here. Come here. Oh, Jesus. Come on. Come on, Gimli. You're next. Come on. Oh, this is Gimli. Since yesterday, he has suddenly become very talkative. So, So it's been interesting. Yeah, you look like a stuffed toy because look at that face. Look at that face. He looks like a stuffed toy. You're all fuzzy. Yes, you are. You're also now the heaviest one because you're solid. So it's a good thing we named you for a dwarf. They all have Lord of the Rings names. That's what Michael and I could agree on. Yeah, I was supposed to take the doctor to the vet on Tuesday. We couldn't find her. I mean, it is a 10-room house, 3 floors, but we could not find her, so I had to cancel that. And I know that's going to be pricey because that's the actual vet. These guys were spayed at a discount by Forgotten Cats, which is a clinic. So it was $50 per for the boys, $70 per for the girls. And then, of course, then there's the shots and the blood work and flea medicine. Because at some point when Morgan got out, before she brought fleas into the house, oh, joy. And, of course, those fleas went right for these guys. Yeah, I mean, vet bills are really, really astronomical. There are a couple of credit cards that are just geared towards that. Care Credit, I think, was one of them. I know a friend that has pet insurance, and I were back to working a full-time job and this, then I might do it. But this would have to be more organized, and we know that's going to happen this year anyway. We'll talk about that later. Let me go pop him into the room. And if Jody Renshaw shows up, tell her hang around. I have not forgotten her. I am supposed to do the weird little voice of Snow White because that was a thing on her sale. Okay, you, time for bed. Your food's out here. You want your supper? Yeah, your food is out there. No, no. Aragorn. There's such a thing as death by kitten. Oh, I've got this. Okay, so I always part my hair on the side because there's this big cyst up here. Well, Aragorn tried to squirm underneath Gimli as I'm trying to, get him through the crack in the door. So he slams himself into the door, and the door, I'm bent over trying to put him in, and the door slams right onto the cyst. He almost got out, too. And then he slammed the door because he grabbed the paw and pushed on the door to shut it. So he shut Gimli in, but he shut the door so I couldn't get him in. Heavens, man. Oh, my goodness. Zelda Moon. What a great name for a pet. You need to come over here, little man. Come on. Come on, Frodo. Come on. I don't know where Elrond is, but come on. You get to be the next one? We'll have to torment you down. I've got my fingers underneath a piece of paper, flicking it. So as usual for a live sale, shipping is not included. I ship from the southeast corner of Pennsylvania. I do use pirate ship. Why not have a better toy? Oh, how about the one you destroyed? You want the shoe you guys ruined? Come on. He's just watching. He's not coming. But I have, I think, about 15 things tonight. Most of them are animal related. A few things hiding in there that aren't. If you see something that you think should be an offer up, just type in offer in capital letters. We'll make it an offer up. Since I did not get prices set for every single thing, there probably will be a few offer ups tonight. There usually are. We know that Bradley doll will be an offer up. Right here. You want it? Are you the one that destroyed the other one? So I found these, and they were Laura Ashley little sandals. But the kittens found them and put little teeth marks all over the one. So I can't very well put them on eBay now. Oh, half Maine Coon? Yeah, that's half dog. Come on. Because you guys knocked enough stuff down. I don't know if I have somewhere to put my foot to grab you. Because you knocked a bunch of stuff. Oh, nice to see my bank book down there. You guys were climbing on the desk again. Come here. Come on. Come here, sweetie. Gotcha. Nope. Come on. Oh, this be Frodo. Wow. He was the one that was the runt that came first and was so undersized that I had him overnight, evening until almost noon the next day. So I had him for about 16 hours and ended up being up all night bottle feeding him every 3 hours that first night. Because he was so much smaller than the rest of them. Now he's caught up with them. But this is Frodo. Frodo has to find a forever home. Might be a little tricky because a lot of people just don't want black cats. They just don't. They got a thing about, all black cats. Yes, they do. And I don't really know why. Because I think you're fine. He's purring away. Now, if we could just find Elrond, can we go tuck you in your room? See, they get to the evening and they know around 10:30 I'm going to shove them back in their room. Well, they all vanished on me. I didn't know where they were. I could hear little jingle bells. Somebody was in the pantry where I couldn't get to them or even see them. One of them was in the dining room, which is a risk because that's the doctor's room. So, yeah, that was a challenge. Are you purring away? You purring away, my big boy? Say hello. Say hi. Mini Panther. All right, let me go tuck him in. You're going to be a good boy going in, right? You always are. Yes, you always are a good boy. I got you. We'll show you to the camera. Yeah, I disappeared for a little longer because I realized that if I have not seen him, then he already went to bed somewhere. Yes, I had to wake you up so they could see your pretty face. This is Elrond. Elrond started off by being the badass of the group. He climbs everything. He's a great leaper. He's the one Mike picked out, but he usually is with me everywhere I go, even the bathroom. Until I get in the shower, that's a whole other problem. Oh yeah, I mean, he's absolutely, show him your little feet and your tail. Oh, such a big yawn. Yeah, but he likes to sit on my shoulder, which I'm trying to break that habit because that's gonna be a problem when he gets bigger. Smart as a whip though too. Hello, dog. So Elrond here is definitely staying because he's bonded with me, and then I was going to keep Frodo, but Gimli then bonded with Michael. So this one will go to sleep in my arms. It's not uncommon. It's really not. And then it's a problem. I would trying to type. Look, he's laid down. He's going to sleep. I was trying to type one of the Instagram posts, and he was asleep in my arm. So trying to do everything one-handed. So they're all only, I think, about 12 weeks old now. So, but yeah, they really think there's a Siamese somewhere that fathered this one. And we think Shadow, the one outdoor kitty, fathered the two gray ones. I don't know who fathered the all black ones. But they can, in one litter, you can have kittens that are different fathers in one litter from one mother. He's so adorable. But yeah, I mean, you can see how much he has latched onto me, and that he is so comfortable with me. If I bend over, he jumps up on my back right away to get up to my shoulder as soon as I stand up. He hops up in my arms to go to sleep. So yeah, but yeah, definitely got some Siamese in him, which is cool because I've always wanted one. He's not as vocal as the Siamese cats I have known from friends, but he has been more vocal, and so Gimli has been extremely vocal ever since he came home yesterday from being neutered. I thought it was just the anesthetic, but it sure wasn't just that with Gimli. He's been talking to everybody all day long. So, all right, I'm gonna go put him in his room with the others, and then we can get the games rolling. Go. And when I get my tongue back, and thank you for your patience in letting me do it this way and helping me catch them. I knew as soon as I started talking to you guys, that most of them would want to know what I was doing, who was I talking to, and would come out of hiding. This one plays hard. It's not uncommon for him to zoom from the back of the house to the front of the house, up the staircase to the back bathroom, back down, and he plays hard. And so when he decides it's time to go to sleep, he's just out like a light, usually really quickly once he settles down. So let me go tuck him into bed. Come on, you. Time to go. You can't stay out because doctor has to come in. You know what I love about putting him to bed? He doesn't fight me. I could just open the door crack, sit him down in front of it. He walks right in, goes to bed. You know, the others all want to fight me, especially Aragorn. Aragorn hates being in there. They want to roam the whole house. And the doctor's still not coming up to them. She's gotten within 5 feet, but if they get any closer, she hisses at them. She hasn't hurt anybody, which is good. But they have the run of the house. As long as I'm going to be home, they have the run of the house most of the day. But if I have to leave the house, they got to go back in there because one of us has to watch them. If Mike's not home to do it, or Mike's sleeping because he works third. So, but we're still working on that because, you know, summer camp's a week and 3 days away. So we need to get the doctor a little more comfortable, and so she'll at least come downstairs to eat. A hell of a way to make her lose weight. So let's get going and have some fun. Hello to all 39 of you. Thank you for coming. Where's my pen? Because I have an interesting and odd assortment tonight. I actually need to check. What do I have this up for? Okay. May not do it. So if you weren't here when I had said about where I'm shipping from, I am not far below Philadelphia. Oh, I know what they did. They knocked over the screen that's supposed to help keep them in there while the door is open, but that thing is useless. And I use pirate ship. I try to keep costs down as much as I can. I am sadly notorious now for being late with shipping. I give fair warning, absolutely fair warning. That doesn't mean I've lost your stuff though. I have it all here. There's been a lot of health issues, and everybody's been on that roller coaster with me ever since last May, a year ago, when I pinched the nerve in my spine. But you know, I'm upright, I'm breathing, and the screaming has stopped. So it's all been great. No more screaming again. That's a good news. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. So, I have live chat on, so make sure you're in live chat, not top chat. And every item that's not an offer up has a number. And I'll show you the item, tell you the price, and then I'll put the number, and it's whoever gets the first number. Gets the number in first is the one who gets it. If you have not gotten anything from me before, my email is right there to send me your name, your address, and the email for PayPal, because I invoice through PayPal. So, look, darling, I've missed you guys. I have missed you. I've missed being here. The month of August, I'm not going to guarantee I'm having any sales, because I really want to get that office done. I really want to get to where we go into that last quarter of the year with me in an office instead of the chaos around me, because then I'll have shelves, I'll have things more organized, I'll have a packing spot in one corner. But I'm going to take you on that journey just like before. I mean, we had that black hole room challenge, and it had to stop because I hurt myself. So we're going to kick back into that when I come back from summer camp. So, somebody's out there crying now, which is new. I think that's Gimli. I'm not sure. But that's new. That started yesterday, the crying. No, I think it might be Gimli, because Gimli had a rough time on the way to the vet. He was so scared that he actually had a panic fit. And anybody who's ever owned a kitten, you know that one scream they make. You know, there's the yowls, and then there's that one where the tone and the pitch changes, and you know they have totally completely now just lost it. They're terrified. And we had a few of those, and we were not at a spot where we could pull over on the side of the road. Mike is even trying to drive one-handed with his hand behind him on top of the cage, talking to him to calm him down. And poor little fella threw up all over Elrond. Poor baby. But it wasn't much because they weren't allowed to have food. But he's been making a lot more noises, and if he doesn't get what he wants or he gets stuck somewhere where he can't figure out where I am or where Michael is, then he cries. So it's been doing a lot of that in the last 2 days. Oh, life with 4-legged toddlers. So I think I covered everything. If I didn't, tell me in the chat. And now let's see. So the first thing I have is a box, and it's sealed with tape. They are Animal Love Oracle cards. Advice, compassion, and wisdom from our animal mentors. Now, I hadn't opened this because somebody used packing tape to seal it. I don't know why, because that's a magnetic catch. So, I mean, I never used it. Let's see what the cards are. So they all have this artwork on the back, which is cool. So a bear would mean courage, power, and mindful leadership. Oh, look, a black panther, fearless, enigmatic, and royal protection. The artwork is really cool. They all fit in there. They have a little cubby hole. There's quite a few of them. There is quite a few of them. And I mean, you can use them for whatever you want to use them for. If you want to use them as oracle cards, they have the book with them. I mean, oracle cards are basically, it's not like a tarot. It's a little bit different. An oracle card is no different than when you flip through the pages for an inspirational verse in the Bible and your eyes closed and you just, stick your finger in and that's the verse you read today. Yes, for 5 years in Christian school, we were expected to do that every morning because that was supposed to be our verse for the day. That's not without problems if you do it with the Old Testament. You can get some really strange verses. Affirmations. Thank you, book. That's a good word for it. But it's a great set. There are 52 full color cards. And I mean, normally this thing is 30, but that's not what I'm doing. So where's my little? So for the affirmation cards of all these wonderful animals, it is $10. There we go. Get the glare from the laptop. It's $10 and it's number 19. $10, number 19. Stay. So not quite everything is animals tonight. There's a few things sneaking in because they've found them in the boxes that I was going through. Now this is from 1965. It does have somebody's name on the back, but that looks like adult handwriting. So I'm thinking that that's actually probably from a teacher. This is from 1965, Milton Bradley, New Math flashcards in the original box. The box is in great shape. Look, it even has the original price sticker on it. We have has the instructions still with it. Basic subtraction facts, worksheet. I mean, you could use these for journaling, or if you Yes, and yes, I'm aware. StreamYard makes everything go backwards usually. There we go. But it looks like it's the, I didn't count them because I didn't see anywhere that told me how many there actually should be. And it looks like it's the full box. But it is from 1965. I am impressed on how well the box is held up because really, I mean, the only real wear to the box is there's little dings, you know, wear at the corners, but not necessarily on the edges. So these are $6 for the 1965 Milton Bradley flashcards. They're $6 and they're number 12. $6, number 12. Hey, Steph. I hope your sale went well. This is going to be my last one for a little bit because next week I'll do we'll do a story time. I had wanted to read the Yeoman of the Guard book for you guys, and so I'll do that next week because on the 28th I'll be at Camp Mincy with Boy Scouts. Why is that new math? I don't know why, because I know when I was in 5th grade in the 70s, they came up with yet another new math. It was a whole bizarre thing of counting on your fingers. Because these were 1s, this was a 5. But then this hand, these were 10s. And so you were expected to figure out how to do it and count it all on your fingers, and it drove me crazy and drove me absolutely bonkers. So I swear every generation they get something where it's new math and it's just yet another way to try to teach you how to do adding and subtracting. Drives me nuts, I know that much. Just drives me nuts. And I put this in. This has never been opened. It is My World and Globe. And it was put out by Workman Publishing Company. Did I find a year on this? I don't think I did. It's probably on the book because this is the book. You can see how thick the book is. And then inside is an inflatable ball that's the globe. And I thought, you know, I mean, it's summer. If you have grandkids or, you know, kids visiting you or your own kids, they could play with the ball in the pool. And in the book, you could teach them about the different places of the world that are in the book. It's still got, now there's a little bit right here where the cellophane is starting to come off the corner, but I've never used it. It's still sealed, so it's new old stock, I guess, would be what it would call it. And this is $8 for My World and Globe. $8, number 85. $8, number 85. Up there. Honestly, with all the stuff I've inherited, and then plus the stuff I have of my own, you never know what I'm going to find in this place. You really don't. So, all right. I'm going to make this one an offer up because prices for this are all over the place. And it is a really cool cat book. Impressionist cats. Ooh. So I'm going to put the start in and the price. And I find my mouse. There we go. So it's a cool book, especially if you like Impressionist art, because they took we're going to start it at $8. They took famous Impressionist artwork and then they changed it to make the people cats. Now, the cool part of this book is that they are big plates. So if you wanted to, hi Annie Christie, if you wanted to frame some of these, you could. Like, isn't that cool? And yeah, you're gonna have me hit moments of silence because I know I won't have the thing pick me up if I'm too far away from the microphone. Isn't that beautiful? Now this is after Claude Monet, Woman in a Garden, Springtime, 1875. And let's see, this one is Renoir, The Engaged Couple, 1868. And as I said, this is an offer up and it starts at $8. There's 32 color illustrations. The book is from 1992. There's Toulouse-Lautrec, definitely Renoir, a couple of Renoirs. This is a well-known one from Renoir, is The Girls at Piano. The original painting was 1892. And as I said, because of the size of them, you could frame these prints if you wanted to. I was wondering if they had the ballerinas in here. I know there was I think it's a Degas, that did, he did a bunch of images of ballerinas, and I wonder if that's in here. That one cracked me up too. I'll show you that one. They have Edouard Manet. Okay, so this is probably was Monet's most famous, was the image of Olympia, and it was a full front of a nude woman and her servant bringing in flowers for her. So you have this Siamese cat. It's supposed to be in there. I know the self-portrait of Van Gogh. I know there's a couple of artwork books that are cat replacement. You know, they've made the cats into the image. Yeah, there's one. The Orchestra of the Paris Opera, but it has the kittens in the tutus. Which I just think that's really cute. I'm not a huge Impressionist fan, so that was one of the reasons why I was okay with giving this one up. Because I'm just not a big Impressionist fan. Mary Cassatt. So it really has some absolutely uh, pretty pictures in there. And I see Auntie Christie for 8. And so we'll have, I got to back up in my seat again so I can get to the keyboard, because the keyboard's on a shelf underneath. So we have Going Once. Oh wow, lucky you. See, I like pre-Raphaelite art, I like Victorian art, and I was really lucky in that for 6 years I worked at the Delaware Art Museum, which has the largest collection of of pre-Raphaelite art outside of England. And all I had to do was walk across the hall, and the gallery was right there from the store I was in. And they have massive illustration art collection. Howard Pyle. They have a lot of the pirate paintings of Howard Pyle, which our image of what we think pirates look like came from his illustrations. So yeah, I loved it. And then they had the Royal Holloway collection come as a traveling exhibition once, and that was all Victorian art. Fabulous, fabulous collection. So you're gonna do going twice, and then we're gonna wait a second or two, and I'm not going to watch the screen, and I'm going to randomly hit the button so the sold comes up, because Daniel does that. Tacky is me. He does that. Does he sing waiting for the sold? He has a little, he always makes up these little songs. Oh, it was at 8. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. We have one bid for 8. I can remove that. So, okay, so Sima is new. And so Annie Christie, I'm gonna give you guys a chance. Sima, you only matched what Auntie Christie had. She put in 8 first when we first started showing the book. So if you wanted to outbid her, you'd have to put in at least 9. So, oh, okay, 10. And so, so Annie Christie, I see, like, you're out. Okay. Yeah, I did take the, I know I might have created a controversy here by taking the sold off of there, but I did it simply because Sima is new here, and she might have missed it, and I figured I'd give you both the opportunity. So Sima, you have to make sure that you email me your name, your address, and your PayPal email so that I can invoice you for the book. And the book will get sent media mail unless you need it sent first class. If you need it sent faster on first class, then please let me know. I went to college with somebody whose first name was Sima. She was from, let's see, Pinto Bean was from Ohio. Sima was from Chicago, so that's Illinois. So it would help if I put the stop there. Oops. 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 I'm out of practice at doing these. Heavens. Heavens, heavens, heavens. Okay, so that's the Impressionist cat. Now, this is a puzzle that I'm never going to do. I know. I like jigsaw puzzles, but where? Where am I going to do them? I know when I was in school, you know, every Christmas, that week off between Christmas and New Year's, my mom used to set up a card table, one of these big old ones, heavy metal 1940s card table with the, not leather, it's coated with something, but it's black oilcloth, like over the top. And so we used to always have puzzles, and everybody would stop and help. But this is a round one, and I've never got to do it, and I'm not gonna have the chance or the place to do it for a long while. So rather than have it sit, oh, yours is pronounced Sima? Simi. It's pronounced Simi. Yeah, now see, the girl I went to college with, she said it was, she had it spelled the same way, but had always said it was Sima. Good to know the right pronunciation. Thank you. Simi. Simi. gonna write that down. I know. That table is out on the side porch, and I need to find a way to recover it at some point. So the round puzzle, you can see that the plastic covering has started to shred up here too, but it's not opened. It's just that, you know, cats walked across it and popped the cellophane on me. So this jigsaw puzzle is, I was going to do it as an offer up, but I'll just give it a price. Unless you guys want this to be an offer. But so the round puzzle, it's called Cardinal Court. It is 500 pieces. It is a 19.5-inch diameter. So you're looking at about a half yard wide. So you're looking about that wide, you know. So this will be $10. $10, number 67 for the unopened jigsaw puzzle, for the round puzzle of the Cardinals. $10, number 67. All right, now I showed this in in that poor excuse of a preview. At least I got something up this time. I got something up that, hey guys, I am going to be live and I'm going to be trying to get more stuff out of here. Because of kittens. But this is a really cool mug. Now it says Rip Van Winkle Gardens, Jefferson Island. I've no idea where that is, but it's a really cool image. Trying to do it so you don't get too much glare from the laptop. I need the usually my laptop is down below the phone, but it's not today. But there we go. So they took the image and have the tail coming down and then lined it up. So on the other side, it's the reverse, but it looks so cool because you've got the same thing. And then there's the pink flowering tree in the back. And I've never ever used it. There's not a mark in there. Now there is a little glue residue here where the original price sticker was that I peeled off, and I'll use some new goo, or I forget what it's called. It's better than Goo Gone though. But it takes the stickers off, and hi Nettie, and I will make sure that I get that sticky spot off. But I have been purging some of my mugs from the collection of I had an entire under the bed box that was mugs, because when you're single and you don't own your own home and your siblings don't know what to tell your nieces to get you, oh, let's get Nancy a mug. After years of that, I had an entire under the bed box completely filled with nothing but mugs. So I'm clearing a few of them out. So the Peacock mug it's $8 and it's number 56. That really is gorgeous looking image on there. Beautiful photograph. It says Orca something made in China on the bottom. But it's $8, number 56 for the Peacock mug. Okay. Now, Jody's not here. She probably forgot. I did say I would do it. So if she sees this on the replay, we can all let her know that I did do it. An hour in, but I did it. So it came up at Jody Renshaw's sales about, she was doing a sale of something that was this little miniature thing that was, it had Snow White on one side and it had Sleeping Beauty on the other. I think it had the new Sleeping Beauty with the pink dress. I'm old school. Sorry, I'm old school. When I was growing up, Sleeping Beauty, Aurora had the blue dress through most of the movie. So I only collect stuff that has her in the blue dress. But they were trying to do, because let's face it, Snow White has a strange little voice. It's quite high pitched. It sounds almost like a little kid. And then the style of singing at the time was a lot of vibrato, which is that wavering kind of sound. So she tried to do it, and she said she didn't really know how to do it. And I said, oh, I know how to do it in the chat. I put that in. So I got called out on that. I had to do it. Now, I can't do it the way she speaks. I can't do any of her lines, but I could do a little bit of the I'm Wishing song that she sings down in the wishing well, and then the prince comes in at the end and startles her. And I tried to do this in the preview thing and my throat cracked. So let's see if I can do this time. So I'm wishing for the one I love to find me today. Not too awful. I think it's not quite high enough in pitch, but close. Close. It's hard to get that vibrato in there. It's really hard. But if you listen to a lot of stuff from, I mean, it came out in 1929, didn't it? Because I think it came out the same year as the Crash, and the same year my mother was born. But back then in the 20s, that vibrato was a thing. You wanted that wobble in your voice. So yeah, it's really hard on the for the one I love line. So I've had to put a lot of work into that. And then nowadays they want you to not have a vibrato, so they teach you how to get rid of it. It's been a long time since I've had to sing stuff like that. Too long. My kid's hollering at me now. He says I need to sing more. I'm losing, my voice is cracking, the throat's not as good. He misses hearing me sing around the house. So I need to probably get back into that and find my, showing my age, find my cassette tape, if I have a cassette player that still works, that has all of the, when I had voice lessons, it has all the scales and stuff on it to get my throat back in shape. Because your vocal cords are a type of muscle, and if you don't use them, you lose them. They start thickening up and they lose the stretch. And I used to be able to sing Christine in Phantom of the Opera, but I'll tell you, that high note ain't coming out of this voice again, I doubt very much. I would never get that high note back. That's an E flat at the best. And then I think she goes up one higher on that one song. And I don't think I'm hitting that note again. The odd part is that I have, for a soprano, I have a very low speaking voice because I, in college, was taking, when I was at Westchester University, I was taking music lessons because nobody had ever taught me how to sing. Nobody had ever taught me how to read music. And I ended up with a woman for voice lessons who was going to make me coloratura. Now, coloratura in opera is the highest pitch soprano you can have. You can't make somebody that. They either are or they are not. It's all about the vocal cords they were given. And I ended up losing my voice. She shredded my cords. I imagine trying to go to class, and for 3 weeks, you're not allowed to speak. that made for some real fun things with professors in the university. But my cords got infected so badly that I wasn't allowed to speak for 3 weeks while in school. Yeah, and prepping for, luckily it happened right after midterms. So I had 3 weeks, so I had a little bit of time to catch up before finals when I could speak again. But it lowered the pitch of my speaking voice. And it's also given me a fairly decent chest voice. But because I don't know how to read music and I learned everything by ear, I can't really sing anything alto unless somebody literally teaches to me on a piano, note by friggin' note, because I don't know what I'm doing. I can't look at music and be able to just read it. So, but I do miss that. But yeah, I've always had fun goofing around with that little "I'm wishing," because it's so much fun to actually do something where you're allowed to have that warble, and I can do that warble like on command because I learned how. Because in the 20s, though, that if you listen to old recordings, that was the style to have that in there. So let's see. No one wanted the peacock mug. I'll have to look on YouTube book to see, because I need to be careful and not push it too hard. You got to start off slow, because they think of them as like a rubber band. If you pull them too taut from you overusing them, I've ever seen an old rubber band where you can start to see, pull it and you see that little tiny pieces come up like it's shredding? That can happen in your vocal cords, and I don't ever want to go through that again, because I don't think I'd be so lucky as to come out of it and still have a voice, or at least still have a singing voice. Okay, let's do the Bradley doll. Y'all ready for this? Let's do it. She is definitely an offer up. Look at that face. Now, you can see there's like a little bit of hair here. There's a little, how can I make you say it? Maybe if I use something white. You can just kind of see the one over here. So her hair is really in good shape. There's a little bit of strands right there. And that's the only thing wrong with her. That's it. That's the only thing wrong. And as I said, the Bradley dolls were all made in Japan. And this was, she has made in Korea on her. So I believe she is, I know she's the other company, but I think the name of the other company was Cavendish. So we're going to start her, because I know in this vintage community, these guys, a lot of people look for these suckers. So we're going to start her at 10. Oh, Nettie. Yeah, because if they intubate you, they can scratch your cords and cause trouble. Oh, I just realized I don't have my, I don't think I have, no, I don't. I don't have my tape measure to tell you how tall she is. So let's see. She is probably 20 inches tall. But look at that face. Absolutely perfect. There's no blemishes on it. There's no marks on it. The little gold trim that's glued around the neck as a necklace is still there, and none of the glue, because sometimes you see like the glue will turn brown. It hasn't done that. All this is a nylon material. It's got two little roses on the front, and then this is a tiered skirt with yellow lace over yellow not chiffon. It's like a lining material. And then there's a cream colored lace, and I don't think the light's gonna pick it up, but there's a little, in the little tiny part right by my finger, there's actually an iridescent bit running through the lace. So she is in lovely shape. She has her legs, she's well attached to her stand. Her stand does say made in Korea on the bottom. And she's got her lovely little hat, which is stretched lace. And I believe it's the same lace that the skirt is. And a lot of times you see these and something has happened to the lace, but there's no holes, no tears on that lace hat. Isn't she just adorable? And so she was an offer up starting at 10. So good night, Jen. Yes, the TARDIS, my lovely TARDIS. Got sent to me by one of my viewers as a gift, and I love it. And it's meant to be a birdhouse, and I doubt that thing's ever going to make it to the yard. So I don't see any takers for the doll, so we will do pass on the doll. And then she will, when I'm done, very carefully go back onto the shelf at the top of the hall closet, because I don't want that anywhere near the kittens. Absolutely not. That's why she, for a while, had been sitting on top of the TARDIS. And a lot of people always kept asking, oh, Lois. Okay, Lois is in for 10. So if anybody want to go higher, but yeah, this had been sitting up there for the longest time just because I wanted to enjoy it. I had one in blue as a kid, and I think I sold it at a yard sale when I was trying to make money to go to England for a week and go sing in London for a week. So I didn't still have mine, and I only ever had the one. So she's a pretty thing. One thing I've noticed too is, like, she's really got a big skirt on her, but she's got a hoop underneath. So carefully put her up there. So we have Lois for 10. And we'll do going once. Lois, you're getting a good deal here. About one. What? You didn't make sounds until you were a year old? Oh. Mike made sounds, but he didn't talk until he was almost 2. Then we started getting full sentences. Going twice. And we're waiting for the soul to come up. As long as last call, if anybody else wants to go higher. Lois is in for 10. And we're going to put it in there. Thank you very much, Lois. Congratulations. Now, I have a couple of small guys here. Honestly, somebody was a little heavy with the eyeliner on this guy. Little tiny Chihuahua. Chihuahua. And the light is making him look like he's all white. Now, he does have a sticker. That never works for me. He does have a sticker that says Bone China, and he is not all white, but his coloring is very, very light tan. But he is a teeny little thing. He's probably from nose to the tip of the tail. He's probably 1.25 inches long. He's a Bone China little Chihuahua. And he is $6. And he's number 72. $6, number 72 for our little tiny Chihuahua. I'm telling you, that eyeliner, though, those eyes. There's a lot of eyeliner on those eyes. But they have it so he's looking up at you, which is cute. $6, number 72 for our little Chihuahua friend. Oh. Ow. Hang on. If this chair tips over, I'm screwed. Oh. Ow. My back just reminded me what I'd forgotten to do. Hadn't taken the meds for my back. Okay, I have this little one who is probably a little under 3 inches tall. It's another Bone China piece. It's an orange tabby. The front is all white. It is really pale pink for the nose. Not gonna work. How does everybody else make this work for them? But you can't, it's too bright. You can't see the pale pink of the nose and the mouth line. But this is about, I think, 2.5 inches tall. It's good to be able to move around without shouting. But it is cute for a little curio cabinet. It is Bone China. So she is $6. And I'm saying she, but most orange tabbies are male. But the little orange tabby is $6 and is number 39. $6, number 39. That little face with a teeny, teeny pink nose. So I was really scared when I triggered it like 2 weeks ago. Okay, Lois. And all I was doing was I was out front and I was sitting on the steps, and it's a brick walkway behind it. So I had turned to try to, and I'm not doing it now, but I had turned and bent, and that was just enough of a move that I had put the bad nerve, the one that causes massive pains and spasms down the leg and muscle cramps and all that, because it causes certain things to Charlie horse. Oh, and you want the Chihuahua as well. Okay. Thank you, Lois. And I went through, that was one of the weeks where you guys just didn't see me on a Thursday. I went through some intensive physical therapy to stop that before it got worse, and had to do a lot of just laying flat in bed to make sure that that there was no swelling, and then to let because what happens when you pinch a nerve, your nerves all have this sheathing. They have this sheath that they're inside, and when something gets pinched, yeah, it's putting pressure on the nerve, but what happens is it damages the sheathing. So when that sheathing swells up, it also now, instead of the nerve, let's not do it that way. Instead of the nerve being able to to move around within that sheathing, it swells so much that it actually grabs the nerve. And then it becomes an issue of the swelling that causes the most pain. So I got lucky in that it nicked the nerve, which caused all the pain, but they were able to determine that it wasn't that the nerve was re-pinched, it was that the sheathing had suffered damage and swelled up and caused all the trouble. And I see you all laughing at me. Get your minds out of the gutter. Mine's already there. There's not enough room. Oh my. Hey, nothing. That's still nothing compared to Miss Pamela Blanchard and that orange swung vase. If you know, you know. Just saying. If you saw it, then you know. That was something else. I was there for that night. That was something else. Now, I suspect these are plastic because they're just too light a weight. So there is one. My fingers are in the way. One itty bitty frog. Two itty bitty frogs. And I don't know if this one thinks he's posing for Playboy or something, but we have three itty bitty frogs. I don't know what that pose is for that last one. So they're, while they might be an inch long, they're not quite an inch high. And you get all three of them. You get all three of them for $5. I have no idea where I ever got these from. But you get the three of them for $5, and they are number 73. $5, number 73 for the three little plastic frogs. So I'm not gonna be allowed to live that down, am I? Okay. Hello, James. Oh, Nettie. Thank you, Nettie. I probably thought I was gonna make some little thing and glue them in there, and this house is full of undone craft projects. Okay, so so the next thing I have, I put the picture of this with the picture of the cat book, the Impressionist cats, on Instagram. And this had been in a haul a long while ago. I had two different people email me about it, but then they never followed up, which is why you hadn't seen it in a sale before now. It is a really cool pillow. The back is just straight up muslin. The front is what looks like a wood block. This looks like it's been a wood block fabric, and you can see where the fabric would have creased, and so it didn't get all of the pattern right there. So I don't have, I could not find anything similar to know what to start this at to do it as a set. So we're gonna do it as an offer up. It's an elephant beaded pillow. I know. So we're going to start this as an offer up at 7. So there's no tag on it, but there is the remains of a little tag there. I would think that this was handmade in India. This is a separate piece of fabric that's over top, and then all these lines, these are all embroidered, and then they have hand stitched some of the detail work of all these little beads. These are all hand stitched. There is, this is not rickrack. These are tiny little straight beads sewn on an angle to give it that zigzag rickrack pattern. And they've got their tassels, and each tassel has two little bells, little bells, and then there's more beading. The fabrics are all definitely cotton. It even has little shoesies on. The elephant has little shoesies with little beads. There's one spot here is missing some of the beads. So I can't say that I could put new beads on, because while I might have beads that size, the Lord in heaven only knows where. And at this point, I think all that stuff got sent to Philly Flipper's warehouse for storage so that I could get an office made for doing YouTube. Because it'd be so nice to have shelves so you can keep track of where everything is and what you've got. And who's meowing? Doctor, is that you? Doctor? Come here. It is you. Hello, princess. So we're going to start that at 7. You going to come say hello? The kittens are in bed. She's gotten very like insecure with the kittens here. Hi, baby. You want to come over and say hello? You've gotten so heavy that you don't come up anymore. She doesn't. Those of you who haven't seen my channel for a long while know that my cat, the doctor, because her and the kittens she was rescued with as a kitten were all given Doctor Who names. And but she, since Gandalf, what has it been? I'd have to look at the videos, because I think Gandalf had to be put down February of last year, and she's just been chonking down on whatever food she gets. If she pesters my brother and gets outside, and I swear she's eaten all the cat food in the neighborhood, because she's gotten seriously chonky and she won't let me pick her up. And so you guys, that's one of the reasons you guys haven't seen her. She hasn't come to me to come up, and then with the kittens in the house, she hides all day. At best, so far, she's occasionally been within 5 feet if it's just one, but if all 5 of them are in one spot, she immediately bolts. It's just too overwhelming. But I'm going to double check. I want to quick make sure she actually has food down. You guys can think about him. Come in. Come on. Oh, there. You can look at the beadwork. Give me just a second to take care of the kitty. No avalanches. Okay. Staff doesn't know what's going on. So the doctor had no food, and so she got food. I see her in the morning, and I make sure I feed her first. And then once the kittens are out, she disappears. She doesn't come downstairs. She didn't even come downstairs to use the litter box, but I've never found any problem. But if anybody opens that front door, wherever she's hiding, she's near enough to hear the door, and she'll zoom outside and go do her business outside. After what happened with Morgan, I don't want her outside at all, but we're trying to figure out where upstairs for the week we're gone we could put a litter box upstairs for her, so that and I'm gonna actually try to figure it out this weekend, because it's not fair to her. It's her house. She's been here the longest. She's been with us 9 years. And, you know, these little kittens are usurpers as far as she's concerned. She's out there now. It's my fault. Because I knew the kittens were out, I didn't think, and I didn't have her food ready. And so it could be put down right away once we captured all the kittens. I didn't think to quick go put her food out. So she didn't have any food. She had water, but she didn't have any food down for her. She hadn't eaten all day, which, you know, like me, it's not going to kill her. But still, you know, she's the princess of the house. She gets upset. So I see no offers in for the elephant pillow. So we'll put pass in for the elephant pillow. And save him for another time. And now I have some unusual animals. I have a kangaroo with the joey. I don't know who the maker is. Under a bright light, there's a little bit of crazing because it's got a heavy glaze. So there's a little bit of crazing that comes up to this side. It's not a crack. It's crazing in the glaze. And there's another little line right up here to the neck that's in the glaze. I thought there was a little spot on the tail that was in the, but I don't see it. But as I said, there's no maker's mark, but it's really nicely done and really nicely detailed. The coloring, there's shading, so you can tell it's fur, and there's a joey sticking its head out of the pouch. The ears are good. There's no chips. There's no part has ever been repaired or broken. So it is a very cool looking thing. I would say that's about 5 inches tall, and then easily 4 inches from that front foot to the tip of the tail. So, so the kangaroo is going to be $8 and is number 87. $8, number 87 for this wonderful porcelain kangaroo. Yeah, that's not an animal you see very often. My great aunts, one of my great aunts had a massive, I mean, of course, you guys have heard about the massive salt and pepper shaker collection, but there was also a collection of animals, a lot of dogs, mostly dogs, but there were other animals. And one of them, and I've forgotten what this mark means. This was made in Japan, but it has the 3-leaf kind of clover mark and says Japan underneath it. So it actually goes that way. But look at the face. I mean, they've done a really nice paint job on this lion. Really nice porcelain piece. There's no chips. There's no cracks. He is really cool. He is, I'd say he's about 5.25 inches long, and just a hair over 3 inches tall. And he is $8. And he is number 60. $8, number 60 for the lion. I'm impressed that this tail, because this is all open, I would think this is what would break on these, but it is in beautiful shape. That's not chipped or cracked in any way. And they even were smart, because if you've ever seen pictures of lions, this is all hair. Like, this will be shorter hair, but there's a little bit of longer hair, just like the mane on the tail, and they made sure that they even put that in there. I also have a shoe vase. And I showed this in that kind of a preview thing that I did. I like that it has all of these gilded lines, these gold lines. They are not worn at all. They don't show any signs of wear on any of the lines down here. Now, there is a little wear on the line, because the line going around the edge is extremely thin, and so there is a little wear to that line. Now, it has this cool ruffle looking thing, so it makes it look like the little flowers would be the buttons. Now, there is one spot. Here we go. There's so much light on this thing. If I find it. There was one spot, and I felt it, but I couldn't find it by seeing it. There's one spot where there's a slight chip. Okay, so right at my fingernail, there is a tiny chip to the ruffle, but you can't really tell, because there's other spots where the ruffle is kind of straight. So all this sticks out. You can see this ruffle really sticks out. And oh, Lois wants the lion. Thank you, Lois. But this is no maker's mark. Look how white that bottom is. Beautiful shape. And it is porcelain. And no cracks. Just that one, because I could feel a rough spot right there. Just a tiny little rough spot. And the shoe vase, there are people that collect shoes. I figured I would give you guys a chance, because I think like this would be kind of cool for around Easter. You know, everybody always has that Easter parade kind of dress up for Easter church thing. But I thought that would be cool. But it is so cool, and it would kind of make a neat bud vase. There, yes, very elegant looking button high heel shoe, because it's got quite a height on there and great looking lines. So the shoe vase is $10 and is number 24. It's $10, number 24. I wish I could get the lighting quite right so that you could see all the pastel pinks, and like all this is, these leaves are all a pastel green, and it just glares right out. There you go. And you can see that it looks like more gold work. Yeah, it could be a witch's shoe. But it's $10, number 24. down. And the other thing I had was this little guy, which I probably should put away for Easter, but Easter is so long away. I don't know who made it. It's bisque. It is a light blue, and these little flowers are forget-me-nots. Now it makes it, these are actual little tiny petaled, individual petaled roses, but then the leaves are molded in to the bisque, and then these little flowers are molded in, but those are forget-me-nots. Light blue with a little pink dot, a little yellow dot in the center. That's the forget-me-not flower. I can't get that yellow to show up because it's really tiny. This is only about 3 inches high, so it would be great. The only thing I found is a flaw is for some reason there's a little black spot on one petal, which I kind of looked at it and laughed, because if you're anywhere in this area of Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, and you grow roses, you know that black spot is a thing. And it's always going to be on your roses around here. So I just kind of laughed at that, but that is one little weird thing there. But other than that, it's in good shape. There's no chips. But as I said, I don't know if it's a left-in piece or what, because it doesn't have a mark. Hi, Princess. Do you want to come up? So the little blue egg vase is $7, and it's number 59. $7, number 59. Come here. Hi. You're on the wrong side. I can't pick you up from that side. Come here. Where are you going? Don't crawl under there. Come here. Let's see if she'll let me pick her up. Come here. Where's my princess? Where the hell are you going? Where do you think you are going? There's no way for you through there. Where are you going? Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on. I gotcha. Oh, look at how big she's gotten. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes, I know. Tell me all about it. You've gotten very vocal since those little marauders entered the house. You tell me all about it? Yeah. You guys haven't seen the doctor in quite a while. She's gotten chunky. Oh, we love our precious girl. Yes, we do. You are princess? You are princess? I thought I was finally getting an all black cat when she was little, but as she got bigger, that little, I know. It's all right. It's okay. She's got that little nickel-sized white spot on her chest. I have to watch, because she has gotten a little testy since she's gained all this weight, which is another reason we went to, I wanted to get her to the vet. And you like the vet, but you wouldn't come out of hiding. But it was at a bad time. 3:30 in the afternoon is nap time for you. Yes. Yeah. You want to go down now? Oh. Complaining the whole way down. Oh yeah, she's spoiled, but honestly, she's not eating that much food here, which is why I'm pretty sure when she leaves the house, she's going around the block to the neighbors behind us, who were the ones that were feeding Morgan while she was pregnant, and who brought the kittens around to me. And I'm sure she's been going over there and eating food from there. So, because she's eating more food from somewhere than what she's getting here. Because here she sticks her nose up at a lot of it. She'll eat the dry. She likes the Shiba. Yes, that's the doctor. That's the doctor. She was a lot slimmer until Gandalf had to be put down. Gandalf the stray. Because Gandalf had been an outdoor stray and had finally gotten to the point where he could be graduated into the house. And we had him for 2 years. And then he got really sick and had to be put down. But after that, she's not as active. She's definitely not as happy. But she also just started eating. She doesn't like being an only animal. But at the same time, she doesn't like female cats. She didn't like Morgan. She can't stand Rory. Rory's her own sister. Rory is one of the outdoor cats. That I still haven't heard from Forgotten Cats for the Trapper to come get Rory. So, oh yeah, she has great eyes. Yes, you do. You have beautiful eyes. You want to go upstairs to bed? Go ahead. My door's open. You want to go lay on my bed? You don't have to wait for me. You can go up there. You can go up on my bed. She's another reason why I don't get a lot of sleep. Yeah, ow, ow. Hey, what was that for? What? Don't say out, because you're not going out. No, I know, especially after what happened with Morgan. No way in hell am I letting you out of the house. Had enough of that. But if she's up there ahead of me, though, she takes over the bed and then doesn't want to let me into it. Oh, yeah, because she doesn't have a collar on. That was a mistake on my part. That when she was little, not getting her used. That's why with these kittens, I got collars on them as soon as that collar would fit. And they're adjustable collars, and they were too tiny for the collars to actually fit on them. So they know now who the doctor is. They know who he is, and we confirmed that yes, she's been over there eating their food. But they're not the only ones that feed cats. There's somebody further down because there's a white one, which I now know is named Snowball. And she feeds them, but she gets them fixed. So, and at least the cats on this side of 22nd Street in my neighborhood have people who are feeding them and would like to get some help if they need medical care. Like Rory does need medical care, which is why I'm kind of nervous that I have not heard from the Trapper from Forgotten Cats to come get her medical care since July 4th. So it's been a while, but I'm not giving up because she needs to be looked at. She has an infection in her paw, and she won't let me touch it. But the doctor just doesn't like other female cats, which is why we didn't have a problem with wanting to keep. Oh, I know. We didn't think we'd have a problem wanting to keep 2 of the male kittens, but she does not like other female cats. She's proven that way too many times. So, that was 15 things. I actually have one other thing here. I think I'll save that. I'll show it to you, but I'll save it. So see, isn't he the weirdest looking owl? So because I had that batch of lots of owls. When I first started doing sales, I did an elephant sale because I had there was at the local auction house, there was this whole collection that was elephants. And then there were a couple other odd little things thrown in it. And I only wanted one of the odd little things thrown in it. because it was something that I collected and they aren't easy to come by. So my first sale was all the rest of the stuff. It was all the elephants. So it was fun. It was really fun having a themed sale. And since we call ourselves the Night Owls for having sales so late at night, I was thinking of, that's another reason I want an office, because I need shelf space. So that as I find more owls and all this stuff, I can line it up on a shelf and really see how many I have, so that when I have enough, we could do the sale. You know, so, and we used to do longer sales and bigger ones where I might have 30 items, but I haven't done one of those in a while because I've just way too backlogged. And I'm not sure what August is going to bring. I'm kind of thinking there won't, and I know financially that might bite me in the tail end, but that I won't necessarily have live sales, simply because I'm desperate to get certain things done here, like the Black Hole Challenge, and get that office done. And I've got a month to do it because, you know, summer camp is 1 week away, and 1 week and 3 days for Boy Scout summer camp. So I've got to get stuff prepped for that, get stuff mailed out for you guys. And then I'm gone for a week. And then it's August. So, and then, you know, before you know it, the weather will go, because you really only have August and September left before you know you're going to have decent weather. So there's a lot of stuff here. Got to figure out something about that roof and the leaking. And we're determined to get me an office and to get a coat of paint on the front porch, because it's just got primer on it. It's only had primer on it for a couple of years now. So Mike picked out the color, and he's going to help pay for the paint. We agreed on a color because we agreed with it being a color that I could live with. Let's put it that way. It's a color I can live with. So we'll see how August is. I think August you're going to see a lot more videos come up of helping out, or lives where you're helping me go through, because there's still boxes of stuff in the room that haven't been gone through yet. No idea. We haven't gone through the Foot Locker. The Foot Locker's got stuff from when I was in high school, so I don't even know what's in there anymore. I know my graduation, my yearbook, and my diploma are probably in the Army Foot Locker. The letters from the at one point fiance could be in there. But other than that, I honestly don't know what's in there anymore. You figure, you know, I'm 56. You know, the last time, kind of had a few years on being, you know, 20 and having that, being in that thing. So, what? You're still pestering. You're not going out. No. No out. No. Go to bed. She has figured out how to make this noise that sounds like the word out. And it comes out, meow, ow. There's no meow. There's meow. Out. No. She's still trying. Oh, what color did Mike want? So it's, instead of a pure white, it's a cream color. I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with that, because it's a brick house, and the original mortar actually has pink sand in it. So the mortar is kind of that, is a different shade of pink from the bricks. But then the color is, it's kind of a green, but with a lot of blue tones to it, but not so much as to be an outright teal, because I think he knew he wasn't going to get that past me. But it does look like it'll be a nice shade up against the bricks. Because with some of the windows having been replaced with modern ones, we really had to figure out, hello, Melinda. We really had to figure out a color that would look okay against the bricks, but at the same time, what were we going to do about the windows? Because all the ones on 3 sides of the house that could be replaced have been, and they have white, and it's the white pane thing is in between the glass because it's double pane windows. So it was like, well, so the only ones that are still original face the street, because I wasn't going to change the look of the historic house. So we had to figure out something we could do. So the edges of the windows in the actual frame of the house will be the green color. And then like the trim work within the window will be the cream color. So because you won't see any window that's got the white of the modern windows up against on the same side of the house as the ones that are painted cream, nobody will really know that they're different. But then we have the front porch, which has got the pillars and the trim work and the bench. And so we have to decide which parts of those, because there are lines of little half round trim. And we have to decide what parts of that are going to be what color, but it's definitely a nice green I can live with. And he's putting up half the cost of the paint. So, because I'd like to at least get the front, even if we don't get all the windows done, I want that front porch done. I want the side porch done. Get the paint on them, make it look better. We've done quite a bit in the yard to make that look better. So we're getting there. But yeah, summer's half gone already. So we need to, and it's hard because I can only do so much. You know, I can't do everything. And I had a hell of a time digging the hole for Morgan. That took me almost an hour. I was very careful. And I picked a spot underneath a tree branch that I could reach so that if I started to feel like I was losing my balance trying to get that shovel into the ground with 1 foot, and I would grab the tree branch. So it made sure I kept my balance. So yeah, there's got to be lots of changes. There were supposed to be a lot of changes last year, that summer, and then I fell. I fell in the yard. We were out there trying to do stuff and work on it, and that's when I pinched the nerve. And you know, I lost the rest of that year, really. So, and this year's just been treading water sometimes in between getting stronger. So now we're to the point where I'm a little stronger and I can do a little more, and my stamina is still not great, but it's a lot better than it was. So we're gonna notch it up a bit for August and work on that. Because in our area anymore, we get the high heat like now, the end of July. And they're talking that the heat wave's heading for us. But I remember as a kid, family vacations, that real high 90s didn't happen. And if it did, it happened at like the end of August. Now it happens in the end of July. So it'll make summer camp interesting because we're not that far up in the mountains this time around. So I'm at the point where I'm kind of just rambling. And it's 1 o'clock. So, she's laid on the floor next to me. She hasn't done that in ages. Actually, I don't think she's done that at all since the kittens came into the house. And they came in beginning of May. I had to look at when the videos were, when the pictures were put out. So for those who see the replay, because it's gotten late, I'm not necessarily going to do a quick recap. I'm also, my throat's starting to hurt, so I'm thinking, remember from before, you know, I'd do 11 to 2, and by 2 I'd have no voice left, but now it's like it's 11 to 1 and the voice starts to go. part of the problem is the kittens. I am actually allergic to cats. Not a bad allergy, but enough that it does bother my sinuses having this many of them in the house. And we're kicking up a lot of dust in the house. Just they're kicking up dust. So yeah, I am being very careful because that was a real, I thought I'd been being careful, and then that was such a mistake when I just twisted and then turned down to get those weeds out of the bricks. I still can't kneel without it still making my muscle in the upper thigh on the left leg will Charlie horse on me. So I still can't kneel. So gardening work is interesting, but I can bend over now to garden. I have to be careful. I can't do it like right after I eat because of the hernias being right underneath the rib cage. We're still working on dealing with the insurance company and getting that squared away. But it was a real wake-up call to remember to be careful when I damaged the nerve again, the one that caused the most pain. So it was a good reminder. It was a reminder. It was just enough to not be, something that was going to put me out of commission for another 6 months, but it was enough to scare the crap out of me. I'll be brutally honest. It was enough to scare the crap out of me. So yeah, I don't think I'll be tempted again for a while. I'll be very careful. So anybody who sees anything that didn't go on the replay, by all means, shoot me an email, or you can put it in the comments. And I hope you guys had fun tonight. It's nice to be back. And I'll be back live next week. We'll do a story time, and I'll do a reading of. I know I have the book down here. I put it up there to keep it safe from the kittens. I'll probably do Yeoman of the Guard, and because even if I like I did the Pirates one, even if I sing you some of the songs, all the Gilbert and Sullivan operettas are in the public domain, so there's no copyright. I can sing little bits of that to you. So we'll do the Yeoman of the Guard book next week on Thursday and have some fun with that. And then I don't know if you'll see me when I'm at summer camp. Summer camps are notorious for having crappy Wi-Fi, and often they turn it off late at night. So I might not be able to pop in and do a live because a lot of times Wi-Fi is only up at the dining hall. We've never been to Camp Mincy. I don't know what to expect. I don't know where our site is. So we'll see. So have a good night. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys next week. And you have not seen the cat video, not for lack of trying. We were trying a different software that Mike downloaded for me. I can't figure it out. He can't figure it out. Now, if the millennial can't figure it out, then we're not using that software. So I've got to go back into what's on the old crap that's on my computer, which is so time consuming, and try to redo the video of the kittens that I've been promising you guys. But we were trying out a new software and it didn't work. So there'll be that coming up. And I'll see you guys next Thursday night at 11. Until then, have a good weekend. Have fun in the chats. And see me. Remember to email me if you haven't already, because tonight I didn't actually have my emails up to check it. So, good night, all.